UConn is your national champions here in 2025. Geno Auriemma through the years. Back, starting with Connecticut in the late 80s. Won their first championship in 95. Went through so many stars. And you know what? The face has changed some. The eyes eventually needed some aid. The hair got a little grayer. But one thing has remained the same, and that's he is a champion. And now the pilot of title number 12 for UConn. And Geno Auriemma, he said to us yesterday, if we play like we did the other night against UCLA, we're going to win. They certainly played like that. Absolute dominance in the semifinal and today from Geno Auriemma's team. Just incredible connectivity, rhythm, defensive ferocity. And when you look at the most national titles by a head coach, Geno at the top of the mountain with 12 now. Pat Summitt with 8. Kim Mulkey with 4. 3 of them at Baylor, 1 at LSU. Dawn Staley with 3 titles in the last decade at South Carolina. And Tara Vanderveer, the legend at Stanford, with 3 before retiring. One of the things Geno was really trying to emphasize to his team was, don't worry about the fear of losing. That's trying to run away from something. Think about the joy of winning. Try and run towards something. He said, I've lost before in Final Fours. I've lost more than I won. You know how they introduce me? As a champion. They don't mention the losses. All it takes is one to change your life. And this year, Geno's team beats 3 1 seeds in a single tournament, becoming just the 4th team ever to do so, joining Tennessee in 1987, Louisiana Tech in 1988, and then Baylor in 2005. A run of historic dominance for UConn in this particular tournament. Only real gut check time you could think about was down at the half against Oklahoma. Then they blow them out after halftime, and then USC making a push at the end of the third to cut it to 5, but UConn a dominant 4th to pull away. Sarah Strong with 24 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists. Paige Bueckers, 17 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Azzi Fudd with 24 points on 9 of 17 shooting. We are getting set for the trophy presentation here in Tampa. Now entering this year, Paige Bueckers was one of 18 UConn players all time to play in 4 Final Fours. She was the only one who had not won a title. She has now. Time for the trophy presentation. Let's get it to the podium. And the best in the business at it, Holly Rowe.
Well, thank you very much, Ryan. Would like to say thank you to all of the fans who are here making this another incredible 2025 Women's Final Four National Championship game. The fans have been incredible. Another sellout. And joining me here on stage is Vice President of NCAA Women's Basketball, Lynn Holtzman. Thank you for being here. And now to present our trophy, Dorita Dawkins, the committee chair of the Women's NCAA Women's Basketball Committee. Dorita?
We'd like to congratulate the University of South Carolina on a great season, but now we would like to, on behalf of the NCAA and the entire Division I Women's Basketball Committee, present the championship trophy to the University of Connecticut and Coach Geno Auriemma, who's over here giving hugs.
He's still busy coaching even in this moment. Well, Coach Auriemma, As you raise that championship trophy and these fans are loving you, I see so many faces of so many great players, Maya Moore, Brianna Stewart, all of the women who've stood on this stage before. What is it like for you to stand on this stage today with this group of very resilient players who've had to fight through so much to be standing here today?
Well, first I want to congratulate South Carolina for getting here. It's incredibly difficult to get here. Second, I want to thank UConn Nation for showing up. They always do. We have the greatest fans in the world. I think all of my former players that are here, you know, when you cut down the nets and everybody gets a little piece of it, I wish we had enough nets that every one of them got a piece of it, because that's how much they mean to us.
You know, this is such a hard thing to do. This is now the 12th for UConn basketball. You told me yesterday there were 100 people at your first UConn basketball game.
There were.
There's probably 100 million that know about the UConn women's program now. How far you've come to now stand atop this mountain by yourselves. The most of any men's or women's program with 12 national championships. You're the winningest coach of all time. Geno, how have you done it as a coach to be that great?
This is one of those things that happens. It's funny, this afternoon I went for a walk, right? And as I'm walking outside the hotel, at one point I said, you know, hey, dear God, you know, like, I don't need one of these, but damn, my players do, man. Can you do it for them? So I think it means a lot to me personally, obviously, that we can still do this after all these years. But I've said this 100 times. Tomorrow I get up in the morning and I'm the same person. I have the same things and same friends and same family. But these kids, their lives have been changed forever. And I'm glad that I had a part in that.
Thank you so much, Coach. And now to announce the most outstanding player of the 2020 Women's National Championship game and Final Four, Azzi Fudd. Azzi, I hope you don't mind me saying this, but I remember when you played in your last national championship and you didn't feel well, you were sick. It didn't go the way you wanted, and then injuries mounted and your career didn't go the way you wanted, and now here you stand. Where does this reservoir of resilience come from in you?
Just the people I surround myself with. My teammates, people I'm with every single day, they support me, encourage me, I lean on them, and they're there for me every day. My family, the coaching staff, the support staff here, just the people I surround myself with. I think that, you know, their resilience then feeds off into me.
I saw you with this beautiful hug with your mom and dad. I know they've poured a lot into you, as has this entire team. The lowest moments to the highest of highs right now, how have they lifted you up?
Every single day. I mean, they're the reason I'm playing basketball. They taught me most of the things I know, so shout out, where are they? Shout out mom and dad, but to be able to stand here, just see all the people that I love in the crowd, the people that I love here up on the stage with me. I don't even have words to describe this moment right now.
Okay, Paige and Sarah, come here really quick. Stay here. Okay, we've got the seniors going out. We've got the freshman that has been absolutely brilliant. Paige, what do you say to this crowd and the fans who have embraced you? And what are your words for the future of this team?
Well, obviously, thank you. This turnout has been great. Tampa's treated us well. We feel all the Husky love. I want to say a special shout out to our managers and practice players who came all the way from stores. And all the alums who showed up to support us, just everybody here to support, a sold-out crowd. That's a great environment for women's basketball. And this team is in great hands. I'm not worried about them at all. Obviously, the coaching staff speaks for itself, but these players, we got the blueprint now. We know how to do it. We know what it takes to get back here, and they got a whole lot of heart, a whole lot of passion, a whole lot of faith, and I got nothing but trust in them.
All right, Sarah, one quick question. One of the best performances we've ever seen in history from a freshman, the most points ever scored in an NCAA tournament. How proud are you of yourself to step up so big on this stage?
I mean, I'm more proud of my teammates. I mean, I feel like we did a really good job just executing everything and staying together.
All right, well, thank you so much. Good job, good job. Your 2025 NCAA Women's Basketball Champion, the UConn Huskies.
All right, Holly, thank you very much. Ryan Ruocco alongside the Hall of Famer Rebecca Lobo. Let's start before we get into UConn's win here with South Carolina. Rebecca, just wrapping up their season, an incredible program that got back to the national championship. Just ran into a UConn buzzsaw.
Yeah, an incredible season once again for South Carolina, who has a lot of talented young players returning for next year. A senior class that has done so much for that program, leading them to 4 Final Fours, already with 2 national championships. Dawn Staley has done such an incredible job as well building that program, but certainly a team that is going to be very, very good again next season.
Meanwhile, for UConn, you saw the way Geno Auriemma was emotional there, talking about how badly he wanted this for his players, and what a dominant run from this group through this March and early April to this 12th title.
Coach Auriemma prepares his teams for March better than any coach in college basketball, and he's done that for the last 40 years. And he said, you know, the last few years there's kind of been an asterisk by their team because of all the injuries that they have dealt with, and he pours in so much to his players, and it starts in the preseason and goes throughout the course of the year, how demanding he is and how much he holds them accountable to one another and to him and his staff. And as a result, you see what we've seen for the last 6 weeks, and that is a UConn team that's been unbeatable, that's been on the ascent, that's found a love for one another. And it's just incredible to watch what he has been able to do, doing it the exact same way for the last 40 years. He has helped these women achieve their dreams and change their lives.
Well, you were a part of that first title, and tonight, it is title number 12 for Geno Auriemma and UConn. Once again, our final score, Connecticut 82, South Carolina 59. For our producer, Kerry Callahan, our director, Jimmy Platt, a couple of Hall of Famers, Holly Roan, Rebecca Lobo. I'm Ryan Ruocco. Coming up after our show over on ESPN, it's the NCAA Women's Championship post-game show presented by Nissan. That's over on ESPN as we say thank you so much for watching all season long, and so long from Tampa.